Today I'm going to be taking on the daunting task of ranking all of the full-length albums from the story so far. This is impossible because the story so far, in my unprofessional opinion, is absolutely elite. Best band in the pop-punk game, I would say. So I will be giving my unprofessional opinion. This is going to be very difficult, very impossible. All of the albums are super intentional. They all have their own thing going on. They're all amazing. It is going to kill me to put any of these albums in the lowest ranking spot, but I'm gonna try my best. I like a challenge, so whatever. In the number 5 spot, I am putting the self-titled, not because it is any less than any of the other albums. It is incredible, amazing. It's got sort of this grungier sound than the rest. This one, I think, has the biggest cloud over its head, I would say. It's a little angrier, it's a little more pissed off. Just for me, in my unprofessional opinion, personally, it's just not on repeat as much as the rest of them. I'll say that. That's why it's in the last spot. It's just not on repeat as much. As much as it pains me, we're gonna put the self-titled in number 5. And it just gets really tough from here on out. So in the number 4 spot, unfortunately, it just feels like it's so low in the list, but my goodness, it's a proper album. I'm gonna put What You Don't See in number 4. Not that it didn't change the game for modern pop punk, because it did, and every song is just a banger. There's so many musical acrobatics going on in this album, legendary iconic tracks like Empty Space, and it's simply in this spot because I can't put them all at number 1. It's really difficult. I hate this, actually. Why am I doing this? I don't know. The story so far just has their own thing going on, and they don't follow a formulaic way of songwriting. There's just so much intention and there's so much meat in all of the lyrics. That is my number 4, just because maybe I'm doing this based on how much I listen to each of these albums, but I'm not gonna linger. I'm just gonna try my best and move on. So in the number 3 spot, this was really hard. These next 3 had me just should I even make this video? Whatever. I don't know if I can do it. But at number 3, I had to put Proper Dose. Proper Dose, for me, is such a beautiful, soft landing of an album, and it has 0 skips. When I listen to that album, it is always front to back. It feels like one long song to me, but in the best way possible. I don't know. It's pretty somber, ooh, there's dogs barking. Can you hear them? They're barking for Proper Dose. Just every song is a banger that I could play on repeat over and over and over again. But like I said, each song feels like a soft landing. It's like a pop punk kid's place to rest. Even though some of the songs, they do have that faster pace, faster drums, but no matter how the song starts, we always end up in this pillowy softness of each song, and it's like a thread, an invisible thread that weaves through the entire album. I think it's a masterpiece, but I had to put it in number 3 because there's 2 more masterpieces that we gotta talk about. Gosh, I love Proper Dose. In the number 2 spot, I was going back and forth, but it was there's a pretty clear winner. But in the number 2 spot, it's funny because I actually think the one in the number 2 spot is my favorite album, but that's besides the point. In the number 2 spot is actually my favorite album, I would say, currently. And it is going to be I Want to Disappear, which is their most recent album, which has hit me like no other album has ever hit me. I've had it on repeat since it came out. I think it's been about 2 years now, and it hasn't gotten old one bit. And I just never get sick of it, and it's just so vulnerable. It was just such a great comeback album after all those years. Again, another non-skip. That thing is front to back for me each time. It's cool because I feel like this one's a little reminiscent of early 2000s alt rock, like kind of like Third Eye Blind. Little hints of it, because it's still very much a banger pop punk album, but there's little bits of that. It's almost nostalgic. Yeah, I just think it's amazing and delicious. I'm obsessed with I Want to Disappear. I have an I Want to Disappear shirt. It's just banger after banger. I get asked, what's your favorite song off the album? It's almost damn near impossible to tell you what it is. I go back and forth. I'm like, it's Big Blind. No, it's All This Time, or it's Nothing to Say. But then I listen to it over again and I'm like, no, like they're all my favorite song. Yeah, I'm unhealthily obsessed with I Want to Disappear. Drumroll please. Number 1, obviously, is going to be Under Soil and Dirt, which is their debut album, and I just think this album shows the world what the story so far is all about. And this being a first album for a band to be like, yo, we're the story so far and this is our debut album, is actually crazy. And it's just so ahead of its time. You know, it's pop punk, but it's so very punk, and the heart of it is punk. The lyrics are so hard-hitting and unforgettable. Just for me, it's like to pop out with something of that caliber, with songs like Rome and Quicksand, and they all stand the test of time, and at their shows, these are the songs that people are just waiting for. It's phenomenal. It's amazing. And I think it always deserves the number 1 spot because of what it means. And it just shows us really like what the story so far has come here to do and to make their mark. And I think that album just makes a huge mark. And I think it's iconic and legendary and all of those things. That was my ranking. Hope it wasn't anticlimactic, but I would love to know what your ranking is, if you think mine is trash, if you agree with mine, whatever. I don't know, I'm just a girl who's obsessed with the story so far, just like many others are as well. So, hope you like this, let me know, and thank you so much for watching.